Sammy died for having information against the Mpumalanga government.
Yeah.
This country is not protecting whistleblowers.
Okay.
If it was protecting them, Sammy would be alive. The former deputy president, Mr. David Mabuza, in one of his press conferences, he said he knows who is in charge of the killings in Mpumalanga.
Yeah.
He knows who killed Sammy and Jimmy. He did his own investigation.
Okay.
Because people are accusing him. So he knows, but he will tell one day.
One day. Welcome to another episode of the People's Side podcast. I am your host. My name is Mpatlanyane. Once upon a time in Mpumalanga, Mpumalanga province was notorious for political killings, which were to be known as January killings. There were a few cases. We know of the assassination of the former speaker of the City of Mbombela, Mohlala, in 2009. In 2010, there was also an assassination of a civil servant, Mr. Sammy Mpatlanyane. He was the spokesperson of the Department of Culture, Sport and Recreation. You may think these incidents in the province have stopped. They have not, actually. The epicenter of political killings may no longer be Mbombela, as we knew before. They have moved to the Harsibande region, particularly in the Mkondo region, Betrediff area. That area has had its share of political killings recently. In Carolina, the situation is very tense as we speak right now. Maybe in a few weeks' time, we'll be talking to people who are experiencing difficulties there, hiding from Izinkabi or hitmen. Yeah, it's bad as that. You see, all these people who get assassinated, who have been assassinated, their husbands, their fathers, their brothers, their uncles, their friends. In short, they are human beings whose lives have been taken unnecessarily, I must say. Today, I'm having a visitor here. Is Mrs. Mpatlanyane. Is the widow of Mr. Sammy Mpatlanyane. She's here just to talk to us. We know that Mr. Mpatlanyane's case, like all the other political cases, has not been resolved. Since he died in 2010, there's never been any breakthrough whatsoever. You can say the same about Mohlala. You can say the same about the recent political killing cases that have taken place in the province. Sespingi, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Mayende.
Yeah, thanks for making time. I know it's a difficult topic to talk about. But firstly, let me start from what I would say is positive, is good out of this. You do have children, a few children. And I understand that they are achievers, they've done well for themselves. I understand there's a doctor in the family now, there's a lecturer. What else? Just to start off with the children, how are they doing? Well,
Mr. Mayende, as you have said, it's a very difficult topic to speak about. But I am glad that we are not intending to forget what has happened in the past.
Yes.
Because if we don't understand where we're coming from, we will not understand where we are going to.
True.
Indeed, I have to praise the Lord and the support I get from most of the people.
Yes.
It's great. Indeed, God has been there. The children has achieved overwhelmingly so. You know, it's not easy for a single parent to bring up kids. It would have been very easy for us to understand if they had not achieved, because we had a huge scapegoat.
Yeah, because I'm raising this because under this difficult situation,
Yes.
you were able, and they were able to focus
Yes.
and maybe bury the past. Yes, they might have forgiven, but they have not forgotten. But they've moved on with their lives to be somebody's.
As I have said, I always say to people, there's no formula of bringing up kids. But therefore, I only praise God because my only hope and trust and faith is through God. I pray a lot. I believe in God, and that's where I get my strength. They did very well. And it was easy for all of us. It's a miracle. It's actually a miracle. The second born is a medical doctor.
Wow.
The firstborn, she is a lecturer pursuing her PhD, which she might complete next year.
Okay.
So the baby brother is also at tertiary right now, doing his second year.
Okay.
And
what is he studying?
Your thing is
media, or
not media.
The technical side of things.
Yeah. Now that
sound engineering, those kinds of things.
Yes.
Okay, those are the new careers. I understand if you even don't know what it's doing.
Yeah, information technology
or something like that.
Yes.
Oh no, that's really cool.
So he's there. He's very calm, like all other boys, but not that troublesome.
Yeah.
He's still content. He still keep the times of coming home. Okay. He still listens to me. So I thank God for all these blessings.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of them and myself and my family, that even one day when we meet up with Sammy, he's going to be very proud. This is exactly what he would have wished for his children. This is what I had committed myself the day he stopped breathing, that I will strive to achieve and keep his legacy.
Yeah. What strikes me most about this is your bravery, being able to speak out. I know even this year in January, you were sort of outspoken about this. You've been outspoken since Sammy passed on. And I don't know, how have you been able to do this? You know, on the other hand, in terms of the investigation, nothing is really coming out. And you still hoping that one day are you still hoping that something will really happen? You will know who were the real killers of Sammy?
In fact, I don't think there's anything brave about me.
Yeah.
But I must just say, when you know, you know. Sammy used to share everything with me.
Yes.
This came me knowing it was coming. Okay. And I know the address. Okay. When it took place, I knew exactly where it came from. Okay. So no policeman could sway me, give me any information that could convince me. I knew exactly where it came from. So I knew everything.
Okay.
I know. Even right now where I'm seated, I know where the heat come from.
Okay.
But you'll understand that we are lay people. We don't have the funds to fight this. If we had resources and funds, we would have had private investigators, give them the information so that they can pursue and get us to the right doorstep.
Oh, yeah.
But I know that with time, people exposed themselves. And they told us what we exactly wanted to hear. So it's the system that is failing us all.
Yeah. maybe I need to take you back because people have not been clarified, I think, over the years as to what could have been the issue that got him shot dead like that. What could have been the issue? If you are able to tell us what he told you, look, I'm in trouble because of I've done this or I'm refusing to do this. I don't know if you're able to give that detail.
Mayende, what I know, as you have said, correctly said, he was the spokesperson of Culture Sports.
Yes.
He was there.
Yes.
Before 2010.
Yes.
Things happened there. Funds were misused.
Yes.
The corruption just blew out as HOD Mjwaha was there.
Yes.
There's some money which was paid without the job being done.
Okay.
He had to sign for that job and the money to be dispersed.
Yeah.
He refused to sign.
Okay.
Because he said he was afraid 5 years down the line, it's him who might have to answer for those funds. And as he refused to sign, there was pressure from senior people for him to sign so that that money can be paid. He even decided to take a sabbatical leave so that all these things take place in his absence. He left the department for Germany for 3 months. He took a sabbatical leave.
Okay.
As he was in Germany, that fund was processed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they made a mistake by forging his signature.
Oh.
When he got back, they paid it through him because they forged his signature.
Sure.
He came running. It was December.
Yes.
He came running. I was on leave. He came home. He said, Mama, look what has happened.
Yo.
They paid the money, but the mistake they made, they used my signature. They shouldn't have signed Mpatlanyane.
Yes, yes.
What he said to me, most people don't realize that we are Mpatlanyane. It's MPA.
MPA,
And
yes.
most people here, they say MPH.
Yeah.
So they signed the MPH.
Ah.
Another thing that he showed me, he doesn't write, he never used to write his 7 as most of us.
Yeah.
He had his own way of writing a 7.
Yes.
So they wrote the 7 the ordinary way. And he said, even if I go to work drunk, I would not make a mistake of not being able to sign my surname.
For sure.
And look, and then he said to me, how do I write my 7? And I showed him how he writes his 7. And he said, look at this. This is not me. So this is what I know where it all started. But then he was with Jimmy, the 2010.
Yes.
There was also an issue there. There was payment which was done in the name of Jimmy. And Jimmy not being part of it, it came to his attention. So they came together. This is what they said to me. This is what he said to me. They came together and they prepared a dossier for the public protector.
Okay.
This is where it all triggered the death of Sammy. I think they picked it up and they panicked that Jimmy is gone, but Sammy has the document.
Okay. That's the problem. And just for that payment, because I know that this department was also involved in organizing the 2010 Soccer World Cup.
The Fen Park.
Oh, the Fen Park.
Yes, the Fen Park got Sammy in trouble.
Okay. Okay. Yo. Yeah. Okay. We know for the first time. So he knew exactly that something could happen, but did he think of it that something extreme like being shot dead was going to happen, or he thought of it likely that maybe people will suspend him from work or whatsoever?
You know, when you're not a murderer, You don't see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And when you are only doing your work, playing the ball, not the person, you just don't think of death.
Yeah.
But he did panic the last days. He did panic. And I could tell that he's not himself. But he would not say, I might be killed at any time. I'll be lying if I said he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never came to his mind that the same fate with Jimmy would reach him.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I think him too, he expected to be maybe tense, then he can resign or he can be expelled from work. But that somebody could kill him, he never expected that.
He never expected it.
But almost the last days, he panicked.
Yeah.
I could tell he panicked, and he used to get calls and just run out of the house and quickly come back. He was not himself.
Oh, yeah.
He was not himself. There were people that were talking to him. Yeah.
Probably avoiding to
make us panic as well in the house. But because I know him very well, I could tell that he's not himself. But I never thought of death.
Yeah, true. Because I mean, it surprised all of us. I mean, he was a very friendly person. Open to anyone. I mean, I worked with him like as a journalist, as he was a spokesperson. I mean, one of the best, always the same person, always helpful. You didn't come across. I knew he liked soccer and would meet on the street. And for somebody like him, I don't know how do you feel in the way people related to him. I mean, you wouldn't think that people would just kill him that way.
Very much so to an extent that Sammy was so kind, so welcoming, that he would not even see danger coming. It would be me say, watch this, but him, he would never think ill of somebody. He would never think ill of somebody. Sammy was this type of person. He'll pick up the guys and bring them home, give them a shower, cook for them.
Yeah.
And if something is missing in the house, you want to quickly go and get it. Then he says, I'm running quickly to Spa. Then I say, you leaving these guys with who? Take them with you. You can't leave 4 guys with us here, even if it's for 2 minutes. Take them with you. You'll bring them back.
Just too trusting.
Yes, that was him.
Yeah.
That was him. And for that fact that with this matter, you know, when you're at work and think you are doing your work, when people go wrong, you think they are wrong, they need to be corrected. Gandhi, you are correcting the owners of this corruption. You know, this is how Sammy got himself entangled with this.
Yes.
Had he knew this is a bigger plan, it belongs to the top guys, he would not have interfered. But he thought he's doing his job.
Yeah. No, it has happened. It has happened. I'm not sure if I can take you back to that. He starts panicking. Taking the calls, moving in and out of the house, obviously to protect you, not to hear whatsoever whomever he was talking to. That night, before the incident happened, was there anything about security that he thought about, beefing up, or he still lived like it's normal?
We had security in the house, but we lived in a double story.
Yes. So
the eye of the security was just here on the lower ground.
On the lower ground. Yes.
But when these people came in, they used the balcony of our bedroom.
Oh, so from outside.
Yes, from outside. Yeah. Yes. So that January, it was a hot day. the sliding door of the balcony was wide open. It became very easy for them to gain access without anyone hearing any noise, only to realize when they are inside the bedroom.
Yeah.
So I happened to be told by the children that before the fatal morning, I'm not sure of the days, but somebody tried to come in, but they on the lower ground. Yes. So this person tried to gain access into the study.
Okay.
So it was locked, and they could not come through the house then.
Okay.
And then he went to open a case about it, but he never told me about it. Oh. It's a rumor I heard after the incident.
Yeah.
He never told me about it. I was not aware of it. Yeah, I was not aware of it.
Okay.
So he never beefed up any security. It was the normal security of securing the house. And we just had it on the lower ground because we going up the stairs, we had a burglar door. We locked it every night.
Yeah.
So we thought we are safe up there.
But
but it was too close for them to gain access.
So obviously you were there, he was there, but because the target was him, they didn't do anything to you.
By the grace of the Lord, I was in our son's room.
Oh, okay.
January, I normally take these prayers.
Yes.
I went into a prayer.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was... I took the prayer on a Monday.
Yes.
And this happened on a Thursday morning, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my prayer was ending on a Sunday. So I was in the our son's room when this happened. But the bangs and everything made us run into his room as quickly as possible. And we found him lying at the balcony because a struggle ensued between him and the person or the people who were in there. He fought them to an extent that the gun was left behind.
Oh, they left it on
the gun was left behind. We, at the balcony, we had a canvas which covered the opening.
Okay.
Because the little son used to stand there and say, I'm going to jump from here into the pool. So
this boys.
So he semi-panicked and say, hey, one day the auntie will call us with bad news. Let me cover this place. So he covered that place. And the gun, when they struggled, it fell.
Oh, it fell.
Yeah, and it got hold on that canvas. So it did not reach down. And as this person went out, he was hurt because there were blood stains. So he was looking for the gun down there. He could not find it. And then he decided to run. But paternity test did prove that blood stain there, it was not Sammy's blood. It was somebody's blood.
So the DNA evidence is there?
Yes, it's there. The NPA, that's what they said then. The DNA blood spots there, it's not Sammy's blood. So it's the person that was in there. And for that person to be there, you'd think that he was looking for the gun because he thought the gun fell down.
Yeah, exactly. And talking about the gun, we all know that it belonged to the police.
Exactly. And what is funny and the most coincident, the spokesperson of the police then, it was Sibongile Nkosi.
Yeah.
And Sibongile Nkosi, within 2 months' time, was hired at Culture Sports from the office where that gun came from.
What are you saying now? Okay, I get you.
I've been saying this for the longest time. She knows. I even confronted her because when I gave an article to Mr. Tom Kosi, Iziwapi, we met through work, and she came to me and said, I'm worried about that article. When I saw it and my family, we got so worried. I know nothing about this and that. Then I told her, ma'am, when I see you I see the blood stain of my husband. Because for one, she was amongst the first people that came into our house after the incident. Number two,
she was still a
she was still the
officer.
spokesperson for SAPS.
Yeah.
Number two, you're the one who gets the job after Sammy passed on. Number three, the guy that killed Sammy is from the office where you used to work. It's not me who's saying this. It's the NPA who said that. So when I look at you, I see the blood of my husband. And please understand me. I will make peace with it. When we're at work, we're at work. But if I must speak about my husband's death, I will always make mention of your husband. I have no hatred with anyone when it comes to the death of my husband. If I have to say what I know about you, Sizwe, I will say it.
No, exactly. You lost a husband.
Yes,
so
I will
if
say
you know
it.
something,
Yes, but if we must work together, I try by all means to work well with you.
Yeah, I do get you. I do get you. Now, immediately after Sammy's death, I understand then the police were turning around trying to frame you for his
They
death.
tried their best. They tried their best, but they failed dismally. Because right from the very minute they got into our house, I gave them a statement. When everybody said, no, you are confused, don't. I said, no, let them come. I know what to say to them. Because I knew I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to hide. And I know where the death come from. I know why is my husband lying there cold. And I gave a statement. And I used to tell them where to go. But they tried not to go where they're supposed to go.
The information you had, he spoke to you about before he died. You gave them that information.
I told them everything. I told them everything. Yes, I told them everything.
Yeah.
Who are my suspects?
Yes.
Yes, I told them who are my suspects. But they refused to go there. And they tried to frame me. They tried to abuse me. They tried to do whatever they want. And I told them, I do have money to get lawyers, but I will not waste the money that I must bring up my children with and go around looking for lawyers.
For sure.
If God ordained this to happen this way, that if my husband passed on, I must be jailed for somebody's bad acts, it's okay. I will walk into a prison, not even covering my face. I am thankful that my children every weekend, they will come and visit me in jail and I'll be able to guide them.
Yeah, because I find it very strange. The similar incident, after Jimmy Mohlala died, I think there was an issue. His wife was taken somewhere, was tortured to confess.
Yes.
Like, is the real criminal, is the suspect?
Bad things happen to us, Sizwe. Bad things happen to us. Some of it, we don't even talk about it. We were badly abused. I told them, give me my day in court.
Yeah.
Stop doing this. Take me in. Give me my day in court. Within 7 days, they took me somewhere, for the rest of the day. They refused me to even take my medication on that day. They grabbed me into the car. When they used to come to my house, they would come with, I don't know how many cars, as if they're coming to the most criminal person in Mpumalanga, coming for a woman, knowing very well that we have nothing to do with these deaths. Somebody is sitting there and enjoying the pain that we go through.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's
and for my understanding, there were a team that was doing its work, and there was a team that used to come and do all these funny things.
Also, so each time you were experiencing different police officers coming to your house.
It would not be the same team. Yes, it would not be the same team.
Okay, because at that time...
But they all come and tell you they are police, they are taking you. And they come on awkward hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some come in the evening, Some come in the mornings. And you are confused at that time. You can't do anything. You can't say no.
Yes. Yeah, they're investigating.
Yes,
anyway.
they're doing their work.
Cooperate.
Yes.
But how did you feel now that you are the target now? You are the suspect. Was it that point you felt you are the main suspect now?
There was never a moment where I felt being a suspect. Never.
But
Never
the way
a
the
moment.
Police were treating you
It was for
like,
them. They know very well. If they can come up now, they will tell you. There was never a moment where I felt being a suspect. I was loved. I got married at a very early age. I was 13 when I met Sammy. He was 16, 17.
13?
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
So, and luckily he became my husband.
Yeah.
And he loved me. I knew everything. I knew him in and out. Yes. There was never a moment where I felt being that I knew I was surprised I'm becoming a target, but you just had nothing to put it on me. Yeah, they had nothing. They were wasting their time.
Yeah.
Yes. And I would tell them. I used to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they eventually stopped anyway. Obviously, they eventually gave up.
Eventually, they gave up. Yeah. Because I used to tell them, give me my day in court. If I'm the person, why worry because you got me? Let's go to court. Prove in court that it's me. And stop this hide and seek.
Yeah, yeah.
And confusing everyone.
Okay. Once they were done with you, obviously they now had to investigate.
They had a second plan. They arrested 8 different kwerekweres here and brought them and said it's them. And I told them it cannot be.
No, I remember when they made the arrest.
And I told them
one
it
was
cannot
from Mozambique,
be. Yes,
Tanzania,
yes,
one was
different
the DRC.
nationality. Yes, yes.
Because now also similarities with the Mohlala case. When they arrested people, they arrested a woman,
Your grandmother,
60-year-old at that time, had 2 sons.
yeah,
Okay, and 2 police officers.
yes.
But in the end, they had nothing to do with the
It had
killing.
nothing to do with them. We all know where the seed came from. It had nothing to do with them.
Funny enough, the one in Sammy's case, the one they said was the key witness or the key suspect.
Yeah.
They said he was mad. He went for psychiatric observation somewhere in Pretoria.
And he died.
Then he died.
Yes.
Allegedly,
Yes.
he was poisoned.
Obviously. Where I'm seated, that's what I believe. I don't believe he was ill. Yes. I don't believe he was ill. He was in their care. Why did he have to die in their care? Why did he have to? HIV never killed anyone at that time, especially when you are under an institution that will make sure you eat well, you take your medication on time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. No, those were advanced times. People were no longer dying of HIV.
No.
Not
at
really.
all.
So that was that. They made those arrests. But during that time, even up to now, are the police updating? Have they been updating you? This is how far we've gone with the investigation. These are hurdles. These are challenges whatsoever. Have they been in contact with
my
you?
biggest question that I put to everyone, to the minister, down to provinces.
Yeah.
That Nito guy who died in Pretoria.
Yes.
How did he get access of the gun? Nobody has answered me there. I made
he was
requests.
not a police officer.
Yes, I made requests. May I see the owner of the gun, the police, that the gun was registered under his name.
You
Up to now, nobody showed me or gave me an opportunity to meet this guy. Never. This is our subs. Because he needs to explain how did he lose his gun? How did his gun get to Nito? If you say it's Nito who killed Sam.
Yeah, because there must be an explanation.
Yes.
Whether as a police officer was robbed, it was stolen from him. There must be that explanation.
Exactly. Number 3, there was a stage of the people identity of Onito them.
Identity parade.
Yes, parade. They staged it.
Yeah.
If you have nothing to do with it, why go through all of this? Why are you staging a parade? Because if you know it's Sizwe, it's Pinky, it's so-and-so, it's Moses, you'll get them there and say, come and identify. You don't have to stage it. Why are you staging it? Why are you staging it?
So
you mustn't also forget.
Yeah.
You mustn't also forget that there's a Mr. Parker who was at SAPS.
Yeah.
After the death of Sammy and Jimmy, he was dealing with those files. He was offered a job in the office of the Premier as well.
Okay.
He came and he worked there, and things never went well, and then he left.
Okay.
So why all the people who are close
to the case
to the case are being bribed, are being taken care of?
Yo, okay.
We are not fools. We can see, we know what happened. But as I said to you, we have no resources.
Yeah, to dig deeper.
You cannot fight a crocodile in the deep river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those issues, really.
And later on, the former deputy president, Mr. David Mabuza, in one of his press conferences, he said he knows who is in charge of the killings in Mpumalanga.
Yeah.
He knows who killed Sammy and Jimmy. He did his own investigation.
Okay.
Because people are accusing him. So he knows, but he will tell one day.
One day. Okay.
Therefore, the investigating officers who are handling these cases, what is stopping them to go and seek for this information from Mr. Mabuza? Because Mr. Mabuza made the job easy for them. They could not get to the people who killed these people, Sammy and Jimmy and the rest.
Yeah.
But he self-confessed, I know I can assist you. And then SAPS has no interest in him to assist them and tell them. For how long must we wait for him to tell us? When is that one day coming?
Yeah, because you are raising a point. Remember, at that time, he knows he was accused or was rather linked by certain people to these political killings in the province and everything like that.
Yes.
Which, well, to his credit, I mean, there's never been any formal charge against him. He has never been found guilty in any court. But what you say, I do remember. I do remember as well in 2015, it was January, you were working as the protocol officer, working closely with him.
Very well with him.
That day, he told us as the media that, he was still defending himself, responding to these allegations. He said, today, I'm just reading what he said that day. I got that quote as it was. Today, 5 or 6 years down the line, people are saying I'm corrupt without proof. In the eyes of the people, this is a corrupt leader. Now, 2009, 2010, the very same people came with the story that I am a killer. I killed people. I killed Jimmy Mohlala and I killed Sammy. Referring Mpatlanyane, to you. I'm sorry, Pinky. You were there. He was referring to you to talk about your husband. Well, I'm working with Pinky in the office, the wife of the person they said I have killed.
Yes.
Basically saying, how can I work with you? Because if you
accuse me.
Yes, if you accuse me of this, I could not even come close to you, you know.
I must bring clarity to that.
Yes. Yeah, because I wanted to check whether, have you always been working with him as a protocol officer?
Yes.
Or it's something that came after? Yeah.
I was there before he came there as a premier.
Yeah, in the office of
office of the premier.
Yeah.
When Sammy passed on, I'm a protocol officer.
Okay.
And thanks God, we had no bad blood.
Yes.
It was not even the first time I met Mr. Mabuza. I started working with Dr. Posa.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been in the office of the premier those years when he was still the MEC and all of that. He knew me, I knew him.
Okay.
So when this happened, he did not act on me, and me too. I did not accuse him because for all I knew, he never had any beef with Sammy. When Sammy before Sammy passed on, there was never any bad blood with Mr. Mabuza. He never mentioned his name in all the things that I know. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but when it happened, in many ways, I was directed to him, but I didn't want to take what people say without proof.
Yeah, it's work.
Yes,
for
and
you,
it's work for me, and I worked very well with him. Yes, until he fell and fell ill. He fell from an event, and abruptly, I was accused of poisoning him.
Were you accused of poisoning him?
Even now, I'm not at protocol because I was removed
immediately after that incident.
And the accusation was I poisoned him. I gave him tea. And for that matter, on that morning, Mr. Mabuza, when he arrived at Mkuhlu, he never drank any tea. He never ate any food.
No, that was it's coming. It's the first time I get to know about this. That was the time when he got seriously ill and had to be treated in Russia.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. But why would they link you to his tea?
I don't know.
Because you are not the person who works in the kitchen, like.
No.
But of course, you've got to make sure.
When you are out to an event, you will get a service provider that will prepare everything. Yeah. And when the premier come or the VIP come, for you is to monitor if these hired people are doing their job. Is everything ready? Is everything in order? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I and you mustn't forget that with this high profile. Yes. There's also intelligence involved. Yes. Whom I don't know. Yeah. When we are working, there's many of us, you doing your job, that one is doing that one is doing that. And the intelligence people, we don't know them. When they are there, they are just like any other ordinary officials. You don't know where they come from. So how would I take a chance and do all these things? Because I when they set up their things, I don't even know. We are not there because it's their job. It's a secret. We don't even know how they do it. So we don't even know if in this room there's cameras or there's anywhere. So how would I take a chance, get myself to be jailed and leave my children behind? And try to kill him for what?
So it was just an accusation, really. There was no case, there was no investigation or anything like that.
And for all I know,
you were just removed from
and
the
for
post.
all I know, if they truly believe I did that, I would be arrested before he got back from hospital. Yeah. Not unless this country has no NIA.
Of course. I mean, as you say, you know the security detail better than I know.
I don't want to say much because I'm not allowed to.
Yeah.
But all what I'm saying, if I'm still here seated as a free person, then we are not safe in this country.
Yeah.
For me to try to kill the first citizen of the province and get away with it, I must be some very special person.
But do you perhaps know how come did it get to that? Because, as you say, you've been a protocol officer, previous premiers, you've been in the office of the premier, and then he comes. Okay, the allegations are there, they spread, you have lost your husband, but those are allegations, you take them as allegations. You do your work as normal. As I said, he has been defending these allegations, even mentioning that, look, I'm working with Pinky here, whom I'm accused of having killed her husband, So it's a normal situation for me. How does it come to that point where, with that incident of him getting sick, then you are the first one gets pointed at and you get removed from the position?
Sizwe, for all I know, my little experience and knowledge, the guilty are afraid. And I'm not going to be afraid to say that. With time, I came to believe that Mr. Mabuza knows who killed my husband. With all the treatment that I got, with all the abuse that I got, with all the embarrassment that I went through, I can tell that they are trying to break me. They're trying to get me to shut up. But I am saying, for as long as I live, for as long as I breathe, I will speak when it's time for me to speak. I want to know who killed my husband and why. I want justice for Sammy.
For sure.
I want justice for Sammy. What everybody doesn't know, what we've never said as a family. When Sammy died, we did not lose only Sammy.
Okay.
His uncle passed on in 2 months' time because when he got the news, he suffered a heart attack.
I can imagine.
My grandfather died later on. When he received the news, he suffered a heart attack. His mother, miraculously, she's still alive. She has been suffering from high blood pressure. Every time. She's on 240, 220. But she lives on. Doctors don't know how, but she lives on. My mother, she was on treatment. The minute she got the news, she stopped taking the medication. She was on chronic medication. She refused to take medication. She died the following year in February because she refused to take the medication. And all what she said, why didn't they kill me and kill Sammy? Noma ngabe ubone njani? Ngaba mane babulala mina kwasala Sammy.
Our parents are always grandparents, parents are always protective of their children. But as I was saying in my intro, these are just not empty vessels. These are fathers, these are brothers, these are uncles, these are grandchildren.
I know that Mr. Mabuza, he brags. I will say he brags because he said the statement several times. Whoever accuses me, why don't he or she go to the nearest police station? I cannot do that because I know how the law works. I am sending this question back to him. Like he said, he did his investigation. He is most resourced.
Yes.
When he was being accused, he did his investigation. And he said he knows who are those people. He will tell one day. Why don't he run to the nearest police station and give that information and set us free?
Yeah.
Or why doesn't he come to us and tell us who are those people and set us free?
I think that is a fair question. Yeah. And
he doesn't know his day. Tomorrow he cannot be here. Next week he may not be here. So why doesn't he assist us while he's here and give us the names of those people who has caused Mpumalanga so much pain?
Yeah. Okay. From what you knew before Sammy passed on, and maybe from what you know now, does the information link?
It does. It sits well together. It sits well together. It sits well together.
Yeah.
The person who forged Sammy's signature, because when he went to Germany, somebody had to act.
Yeah.
Soon was awarded a director's post.
Okay. So around this case, as we're speaking, is more of I get linked to it. I either get a position in government, even if I'm not out, I'm from outside, or I get a promotion. This
is what has happened. This is what has happened.
Oh yeah.
And all what I can say is, for all we know, like you also said, nobody would have such a beef with Sammy to an extent to decide to kill Sammy. For all what I can say, Sammy died for having information against the Mpumalanga government.
That is now clear.
That I can boldly say.
Yeah. So I think I asked you this question, but I'm not sure if I got a clear answer. The police themselves, since then up to now, are you getting any briefing as
Nothing.
Because now there was the task team by Begicele was a commissioner around 2011, 2012, a national police commissioner. He appointed a team, 12-member team, to investigate political killings in the province. Nothing came out of it. Then there was maybe 4 years from now or 3 years ago, the former commissioner established a cold cases unit to look into cold cases that are considered to be cold, revive them and investigate them. But when I checked at that time, Sammy's or Jimmy's case was not amongst them. So
ever since we attended we used to attend the Tito, the
foreigners.
What did they call it? The Mozambican guy who died in Pretoria.
Nivo Mashawa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since then, when even when he passed on, we were not formally told. I got it elsewhere myself. Nobody told me. And it was said that the case is now closed. No formality took place. There's no one from SAPS who came and informed us.
Yeah.
So nothing happened then. But we must also remember that we had a Commissioner Mampia.
Yeah. He was with the Hawks.
He was with the Hawks, yes.
General Mapiani, I remember.
Yes. That man was head on the case, and he got dismissed.
I remember these charges were related to travel claims that he was dismissed on. And
who goes out of government for 250 claims? For a 250 claim.
Yeah. Also, Mapiane, were you satisfied with the...
I was happy how he was handling the case.
Yeah.
I was very happy on how he was handling the case.
Yeah. this is where we are now. This is the, We're in 2025, the 14th year? 15th since Sammy left us. And nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing has happened, sis.
What do you think needs to happen?
And nothing is happening.
What do you think needs to happen just for you to feel satisfied that, look, now I can forget everything has been tried?
I don't think when you are faced with such tragedy, you ever overcome it. But as I'm saying, that justice needs to be done. At least let SEPS do what is just for everyone. If you had that information, if you were the one who said, I know who killed Sammy, I did my work and I have this report, you would be charged for withholding information for the state.
But then why are we edge of justice?
Yes, why are we treated differently? Here we have Mr. Mabuza. He is voluntarily giving the information, and then somebody decides to sit back and not make a follow-up. These are the things that worry me most, that we live in an animal farm here. Some animals are more important than others. Some lives are more important than others, and others are less important than others. Which kills me softly. It kills me softly. I'm seated here with a rumor that Minister Mkhunu wants to close these political killings indefinitely. And I'm sending this message to him. If he wants blessings for himself and his family, let him not do so. Can at least ANC ministers do justice to the cause that we as ordinary people or ordinary voters entrust them with? Can he reopen these cases? Can there be inquest in these cases? Because these cases were maliciously messed up. Even a child can tell you how Jimmy's case was handled, how Sammy's case was handled. Nobody wants to do the right thing. And why? Why not?
Because from where I'm sitting, it can't be an issue of our police being incapable. We've got the best police, well-trained police officers in the country. But it's also an indictment on them, because now people here have been pointing fingers at each other while the police are there. They are unable to solve these cases, which I would say they are simple cases with the expertise that we have in the police in South Africa. Exactly.
Sizwe, one of the reasons you'd find me working with Mr. Mabuza is I've been in that space for the longest time.
Yes, as you explained.
I know politicians can fight amongst each other using wrong information. Bad-mouthing this one, cleaning this one and make him good, But all what I'm asking for, let the police do their work satisfactory for everyone to see. That will bring some healing in us.
True.
But the way these cases have been handled, it's nobody cares. They don't even hide that they have no interest but to mess up these cases. How dare you go and arrest a 58 or 64-year-old and say she killed Jimmy. On this side, you're busy interrogating and punishing the wife and the children.
Yeah, that was a
There
funny
you
case.
come, Sammy die, you say it's the wife. Why would I kill my husband? In our matrimonial bedroom, Sammy was a traveler. The very same Monday, he was going to Wits. If I wanted to kill him, I would inform those Inkabis of mine to meet him in Joburg so that you look there.
Exactly.
I'm not the first suspect here.
Yeah. It's really funny. It's really funny. I think I've raised this issue before. The police must really do their job, as you are saying. Otherwise, people will keep on pointing fingers at each other. I mean, even the Jimmy Mohlala case, the way it was handled, shame. It was so bad.
It's really bad. It's a shame. It's a shame for that institution. It's a shame for that institution. You can see that it's power play here. Everywhere, not in our province only. You can tell it's power play. As politicians, as human beings, as people, we know what happened. We all know. Even here in our province, there's a lot of people who know how Sammy and Jimmy died and what they died for. They are certain with this information.
They cannot come out.
They are certain with it. Others, they approach me. Then I tell them, why don't you speak out? We are afraid. Men are afraid in this province. All men of this province are cowards.
Yeah. No, you've got a point there too, because if you're saying what you're saying right now, knowing that this is a public platform, then somebody who knows why are they not coming? I mean, even the law is protecting whistleblowers. Steps can be taken to protect whomsoever has got information.
I will disagree with you.
Yeah.
This country is not protecting whistleblowers. Okay. If it was protecting them, Sammy would be alive. I differ with you there. It is not. When you report, they run and tell the person, Pinky was here, and she is saying 1, 2, 3. You will die before you reach your home. Yeah,
exactly. No, you've got a point. I was just making this comment.
It's on paper.
In case that whoever is handling the case is a genuine person, is a genuine police officer, is somebody who wants to do the job correctly, then he will know that, okay, if you're blowing the whistle on this, these are the steps that I need to take to ensure that you are safe, you are protected and everything like that. But as you say, you are correct. We are notorious for not protecting whistleblowers.
I am seated here, Sizwe, ready to die at any time, but I'll be happy to die for the truth. I'll be happy to die for the truth. Yeah. I have pictures that I can show you. Every time in January when I speak about this matter, I get a lot of threats. When I lived at Stone Age, they would even come into my house. At some stage, they came and broke the windscreen of my car, and they wrote on the dust of the car, "We were here, but we are not here for you. Stop that nonsense of yours."
I remember I was going to come to that case in 2021. Well, was it the last incident?
It was never the last.
Yeah.
I can't remember which year. Before I moved out of Stonehenge, I was followed by 2 cars when I was driving to Secunda. Yeah. I drove very late. Yeah. I was pushed out of the road and all of that, and I could tell I'm in danger. But then they ended up not doing what they wanted. I reached my destination. I had 2 people in the car with me.
Oh, okay. You went
so they didn't do anything. And I was not driving my car. I was driving the other lady's car.
Okay.
Then when I came back, the Friday, Slulu Manzi a branded car came to my house to switch off the water.
Okay.
It was around 8 o'clock in the evening. So I got out to ask these guys, what are you doing at my meter box? And they said, they in overalls, and the car is fully branded Slulumanzi. We are here to switch off the water because you're owing. And I'm like, me owing Slulumanzi, yes. But then why didn't I get a notice? Because normally you get a 7 days notice.
Sure.
I have not received any notice. And why are you coming now 8 o'clock on a Friday and it's weekend? I cannot address this. You mean I must stay here without water the whole week, the whole weekend? And yet Monday is coming, I can pay or do arrangements. But my question is why I never got a notice. And they were arrogant and all of that. But everybody came out of the house with me because it was at night. So I said to my son, get me my phone. I must phone the manager and I must phone the mayor of Mbombela because this is bad treatment. I'm a citizen of this province. I've been paying my bills and now this is happening to me. So when he brought my phone and I called the mayor, they drove off. Monday, Monday they drove off. Saturday morning, I get an anonymous call around 6 in the morning. Oh, that's the following weekend. Monday, I go to Slulumanzi to check. Slulumanzi says you don't owe us. And let us tell you, our cars come back here by 2 o'clock Friday. Everything is done. We close. We go for weekend. It's only the emergency that will work. And it's when you people call us, then we come and assist you. With our bills and all troubles we have, we do it during the week. That was not our car. And I'm like, no, it was fully branded Slulumanzi. Slulumanzi says, sorry, ma'am, it's not us. We don't do that. 8 o'clock in the evening, we don't work. We end up working on a Friday. Our people end up working on a Friday at 2 o'clock. And there I'm puzzled now. I don't think of anything sinister. Okay, I don't owe you. It's not you. It's not your car. Now I'm starting to think what's happening. The Saturday morning at 6, I get this anonymous call. This guy says to me, you must thank your God. If you believe in witchcraft, if you have your inyanga, go and give him bonus. 3 attempts we had on you, but every time we want to pull the trigger, we just can't. I'm like, what have I done? He says, that's the question I've been asking myself. I am a Inkabi. I kill. I get paid and I kill. But I've been asking myself, you are a woman, what these men want from you? Why are they so eager to kill you? Your funeral was supposed to be last Saturday. I'm like, huh? He says, yes, I was supposed to have killed you. You remember what happened after the toll gate in Bethal to Secunda? I say yes.
Reminding you of previous incidents.
Yes,
now.
He says it was me. You remember when you were going to Mpumalanga? I says yes. He says, what happened recently at your home? I'm like, no, I don't know. He says, didn't a Slulumanzi van come with 3 guys? I'm like, yes, it did. He says, I was amongst them. We were there to kidnap you and go and kill you. But we just fight amongst each other if we must do the job.
Oh yeah, it's tougher than I thought.
So I am saying to you, I am not brave, but I'm being propelled to tell the truth and to stand for the truth. I want justice to be done. I want to know who killed my husband and for what, because I've never anticipated in my life that Sammy would die like a thug. Never. But it happened. So well it happened, but let them tell us we want to apologize to them for what wrong he has done to them.
Yeah. At least you must know the reasons why.
Yes.
Why he was killed.
And they must know that they have caused our children so much sorrow and pain. Right now, my children, the two, still go for counseling. It's better with the boy because he was just 6.
Oh, yes.
He's lonely. He doesn't have a father.
Yeah.
It's okay. He grow up without a father figure. It's okay. But these two, they enjoyed the love that they got from their father.
Yeah, they were.
And since then, they must go, every year they must go for counseling 2 or 3 times.
No, it's
My
tough.
eldest daughter, I even said to her now in January, because December, she came for Christmas.
Yeah.
I said to her, please try to be strong and forget that sound. If that door bangs, she jumps.
You.
If a spoon falls, she jumps. I said to her, you will die of heart attack. And she says, whenever I'm in Mpumalanga, I don't feel safe. And any noise takes me back to that day.
Yeah. I mean, as you were saying, the loss is just
it's too much.
Too
deep,
huge.
Too much.
Because all your family members are affected by this.
Too much.
But when yourself, how are you doing?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, you must be the one suffering more.
I don't know. But there's never a day that goes by that I don't give a tear out. That I must tell you. There's never. There's never a day. Sammy was loved. And he loved too. So there's never a day that goes by.
Yeah.
You don't think of him. You don't want to know why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're all asking ourselves why. Maybe some other time we're gonna get the answers.
As long as we love, we'll keep praying, we'll keep fighting, we'll keep talking. Maybe we'll get some answers. Because never say never. Anything is possible. It's only God's time.
Yeah.
It's only God's time. But those who are in charge, I plead with them, can they revisit these cases? At least try and do justice, because they were maliciously messed up.
Yeah, for sure. They cannot just leave it like that. I mean, all the destruction that you've spoken about.
Families are suffering.
Yeah.
Families are suffering. In their little corners, they are suffering.
Yeah. We cannot lose a life and then it is just like it cannot be solved. Just forget.
No, we have laws in the country. We have earthly justice that must take place. So it must happen to everyone. It must happen to everyone.
Yeah.
It must happen to everyone. Maybe in that way, like older people, and as any human being, if you lose your child and maybe she or he drowns or get missing, the only thing you cry for is for your bones. Once you get your bones, you get comforted. Not that you forget, not that you are okay with it, but that you have your bones, you forget. It's the same with these people. We have their bones, but they did not commit suicide. Somebody did a wrong act, and that person has to answer for that wrong. Whether how powerful is that person, you have to answer for that wrong. Yes. And with Sammy, it's worse. I must tell you right now that I've never erected him a tombstone up to date. It's 15 years down the line.
Okay.
Not that I don't have the money. But remember, the day we were supposed to bury Sammy, we found a white guy there who was reloading sand into Sammy's grave.
Yes, now
they killed him,
there was the
and
drama.
they refused him even a grave.
I
So
remember.
how sure am I that he's still there?
Yeah.
They didn't fetch him. They didn't take his body with them. Why was that?
Yeah, there was drama. Even, they were fighting. They fighting him after his death. They're still fighting him even now. You're getting all these threats.
Yes.
What could it be?
What they wanted from him? What could it be? Yes. He's dead. You killed him. He's dead with 9 or 15 bullets. I don't know. But you riddled his body. He's gone. Now you're refusing him a grave. And then you want to tell me that it's Nito from Mozambique.
Poor guy.
The instruction is from Nito from Mozambique. Or it's Pinky who killed him. No. All these acts, they bring you to one conclusion. Someone very powerful is involved.
And
that white guy bluntly said, I got an instruction from a very senior person. That I must close this grave.
Yeah.
And then must we eat Sammy?
Yeah.
Was I supposed to keep the corpse in my house?
Yeah.
Because now he's being refused a grave. And there's proof. They refused him a grave.
Well, what happened? That incident, you had to bury him by force.
The people wanted to kill that guy now and said, you take this stand out.
Yeah.
We're going to bury him here.
Yeah.
And former mayor, Comrade Lassie Chuai, he instructed that guy to open that hole. And said, who says you must close the hole?
Yeah.
Let that body rest there.
Yeah.
So Mpumalanga has wronged this family so much so that I still want to know what Sammy done to them. That is why I don't care. I know even if this person can be brought to book and given a lifetime or 100 years or what, Sammy will never come back. All what I want to do is to apologize to him or her, because whatever Sammy done to him or her, it was seriously wrong. I don't know about it. So I just want to apologize to that person. But how much
was it worth? Can you kill somebody for 10 million, 20 million? It's even now finished. If ever it was an issue of a payment, it's now finished. You cannot even trace what that money did.
You must remember, Sizo, that the Inkabis are not the people behind everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they have nothing to gain or to lose.
They're just doing a job.
It's a job for them, which is a bad career, but we live with it.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. It's there. It's happening. So the person that we want is the one whom Sammy has wronged. For him to be so angry or her to be so angry to end up calling this hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we can only hope that it's going to happen one day by some miraculous occasion.
It will. It will. Spirit semundu aslali. It will.
Yeah.
It may take years, but it will. One day, maybe my grandkids or my great-great-grandkids will have the strength and resources to get this death to book.
Yeah.
It will. It may not happen in my lifetime, not in my children's lifetime, but I do believe that one day it will. Even if that person is also already gone, but one day
it will be
brought to book, and everybody will see it, will go in our history books that so-and-so was the mastermind of 1, 2, 3, and he was such a master or she was such a master that she even had to leave this earth without being caught. But it's Sizwe who's done 1, 2, 3, and the proof is here. That is why we are saying it's Sizwe. It will.
Yeah.
It will.
Okay.
And it will go to their great children as well, because that embarrassment will come to their children.
True. Okay. I think you have said all you had to say. We have also heard things we're really not aware of. I think it's gonna benefit everybody as well who will be watching here. On this note, I'd like to thank you very much for coming here, even though you knew that we're going to open raw wounds, or rather put salt into a raw wound. It's still raw. But thanks a lot for coming here and to talk to us. To you folks, don't forget to subscribe, to like us. If you need to contact us, our numbers are on I will show on the screen. Our website will also show on the screen if you want to read further stories that we produce. If you, and if you want to advertise, you can contact us anytime. Thanks a lot. Say Valada.